Hi, welcome back to the podcast. Today we'll be talking about my least favorite subject, men, and predatory behavior.
Hey, it's Kinder 4012. Welcome back to Just a Video Podcast.
And today we have a beautiful guest, Jess. How are you?
Hello everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit? Like, where are you from? What do you do with your time? All that good stuff.
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Kenny, can you hear her?
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure. Okay, well, my name is Jessie. I'm 25. Feels so weird to say that.
You're a baby. Shut up.
Still getting it.
You could go baby, honey.
I know you guys say that, but like, it's kind of like when you hit that like real, like you're definitely not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
So you can even play that card no more. No way. But yes, I'm 25 years old. I'm a dancer. And I live in Boston currently. Yeah. And I'm from the Dominican Republic as well.
How long have you been dancing for?
Well, I have been dancing my entire life, honestly. I couldn't really like tell you an age where like it just started. I remember doing it since I can remember, but I didn't really start taking professional classes or classes in general until I was 24. So this year, I just started back in February and I never stopped. And it just kind of like made sense. It was just like what I was meant to do. I never did anything else that I like. I couldn't tell you. I've worked so many jobs and they were all not it for me. Not bad, but just not it. And now, I'm doing more of that. I dance as well. And I also do like different things like modeling and video shoots and just like creative stuff in general. I consider myself an artist. I just love all kinds of art.
I consider you an artist as well. I mean, I feel like you and I kind of found our creativity and our passion for art around the same time. You were actually on one of my mini series shows, Cry Wolf. You and Kender were both, and you were awesome on there. Now, as far as like entertainment, like, have you ever done like dance jobs recently, or maybe like modeling jobs like recently or anything like that, or like in the past? Can you kind of like tell us your experience with like just being a working artist? Because I'm not a working artist. I'm just an artist. Well, actually, Google AdSense just gave me a little check, so technically I'm a working artist now.
There you go. You're technically getting paid. Yes, exactly. Gotta manifest it. You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
honest. That's literally it. But I have definitely been blessed with opportunities. They have been a few so far. I've done like my own choreos to like for like a birthday party that was kind of like an event. It wasn't just like a regular birthday party. It was like an actual event. It was like a concert that this person created, and she gave me the platform to make my own dance. And I had a friend do it with me, and it came out really, really nice. Don't have a video, but I do have clips, which I can send you. It's definitely nice to like get like validated for what you do. In a way, it feels good, and it like reassures you that you're on the right path. And in regards of modeling, I actually just did a few photo shoots in the last few weeks, and I also had a music video on the same day as my photo shoot.
Oh gosh, that reminds me of you remember that movie,
like
Honey?
2 different wigs on. It was great.
Yes, Queen. You remember that movie Honey, where she's like a dancer, like pop star, like girl with Jessica Alba?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you?
Yep.
That reminds me of that. Like, oh god, I love that movie.
That's
anyway,
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, mine too, Kenny. We have to watch it together. That'd be fun. Okay, so let's just drop it down. Let's drop it like it's hot, because on this channel we do not run away from our opinions. We don't run away from serious, heavy topics. We're talk about Instagram, Insta scam up in here, because honestly, I personally feel like I was saying before the podcast started, like dancers. I mean, obviously anyone is susceptible, and anyone is definitely a danger to like predatory behavior, human trafficking, like rape, predatory behavior, all that good stuff. But I feel like personally, artists, especially young artists like dancers and models, maybe even some photographers, actors, people that are looking for new opportunity, and especially in LA, are susceptible to predatory behavior and at the work and at the hand of it all, because these are men who have established themselves as, hardworking individuals in the industry. So they have people to have their back, or, they just have a lot of weight that they can push in the industry or in their particular field. So they feel like they can take advantage of young models or young dancers or whatever the case may be, young actresses and actors. We've all known that has happened. That was the rise of the Me Too movement. It came directly from like Hollywood and stuff, even though people have been saying that that's like a divert from other things. It's like women in the industry were taken advantage of. That's not something that you can divert from. You know what I mean? So Jess, you recently had something happen. You recently had something happen on your Instagram that was a huge red flag, and we're going to talk about it. But before we do, Kenny, what are you drinking?
Oh, I don't know. I'm drinking this new wine called Cenoroso. It's like a sweet white wine. It's from Italy.
Love it. I'm drinking
Bianco Dolce.
Yeah. I'm drinking the devil's lettuce. I'm just kidding.
I'm just here with my person.
Oh my God, it's Jess is drinking a Capri Sun. Adorable.
Keeping it cute.
So, okay, we're going to talk about this weird situation.
Well, I will just do a quick synopsis of predatory behavior, especially when it comes to the industry, multiple industries, so to speak. And it's I know it happens all the time, and it's we're all kind of a part of the problem essentially, because society we kind of brush shit under the rug, especially when it comes to people that have attained success. We hold them to this, how can I say it? I don't want to say king status, but we hold them to this, status of almost if they can't do no wrong, or sometimes we blame ourselves for when shit happens. And as a society, we haven't had these conversations. So it's great that we're having these conversations so we can break this cycle, because we've been kind of groomed to be a part of the cycle, if that makes sense.
Or to ignore it, like you said, which is just as bad. Sorry,
but it is. To ignore it, or sweep it under the rug. Because I think oftentimes when shit happens, people know it's happening, especially those in a close circle. But it's I'm gonna hush because I don't want to,
I know this
lose
person,
my livelihood, or lose my job, or be looked at, or be blacked out. Industry or whatever, but we need people to speak out and speak up.
I burned my own mother at the stake for her predatory behavior. I will burn anyone, honey. Get me? I
don't care how close we are.
I don't give a shit if you gave birth to me, honey. I don't give a damn where you come from. If you're a predator, you are a predator. I will call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Watch our backs. Gotta watch each other's back, because nobody else will.
Absolutely. So, Jess, why don't you give us the rundown from the very beginning? Tell us your story, you know what I mean? And just be as detailed as you can possibly remember, whatever you feel would show and share justice, and you know what I mean, to this story. So, and how long ago was it? So yeah, just start with it all.
So it was a few weeks ago. And honestly, sadly, it's not even the only time that I've had something like that happens to me. It was just a little more weird than most, because it involved somebody else as well that kind of is close to me, that I know this person and stuff. So it was a little interesting that it happened to both of us with the same person. But yeah, this guy just pretty much hit me up with an opportunity. It sounded really good. It was sounded really easy as well. It was just, he just wanted to take some pictures, but then he wanted to take the pictures. He said that he could either do your place, so my house, or he could do his studio. But then he was saying that his studio was under renovation, So so we could do his house, which makes it even more weird because it's like, like, why would I go to your house for a job? So long story short, that happened, and I immediately just kind of like, I was like, okay, so this doesn't sound like, like I have a good radar, because sadly it just happens so many times that like you just have to know that like when something is too good to be true, sadly it's not true. Most likely it won't be.
If something's too good to be true, honey, and that's because it is too good to be true, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, like as a woman, it's just kind of like you said, when you are in this industry, in a way, it's not necessarily that you're doing anything wrong or you're doing anything to provoke that or anything like that, but it's more like you're more exposed to it because of what you're doing attracts people, and like people to like look at you or like go and see your social medias and stuff like that. So I will say that in that aspect is when it becomes more like you're more exposed to this type of things. So for me, I always try to be very careful because I do work at a place, so I'm not trying to have randoms show over there and stuff like that. And I also, a lot of the times, I'm like, this person have found me from this place, from seeing me here, like found me, which has happened to me before too, and I don't even understand how, because I never even gave the person my name or anything like that. So that's like
relatable.
Yeah, like how did you even, like, that's crazy, and I have a weird ass name. So yeah, so then later on I see that my friend repost this person as well, and it's the same name, and I'm just like, wait, what? Offers her a job as well. Sounds really, really weird. My friend goes into more depth. You guys will see like the screenshots and pictures of all of that, but she goes into more like asking him questions and stuff, because I think for her it was more of like, this is ridiculous. Like literally it's so easy to fall for this as a young naive girl, and that's why girls are constantly getting kidnapped and raped, and all these bad things keep happening because they take advantage of people who have a dream. Literally, that's it. You just have a dream, and
you just hurt me with that. That makes me really sad. Yeah, that is so true. These people,
it's literally just taking advantage. It's just taking advantage. Yeah,
that's really sad. Okay, sorry. Continue.
It's okay, but yeah, no, exactly. It's just pretty much kind of like taking advantage of the vulnerable in a way, if you really think about it, because usually these are younger girls. Like I look younger than my age too, so I know for sure. But like you are a creep because good genes. But
it's the good heart. I always say like my youthfulness is like, you know what I mean? I'm aging gracefully, honey, because I have a good heart and good intentions,
Period. So to keep going, yeah, my friend reposts him, and same thing, same deal. Oh, come, you just want to take some pictures. My studio is getting renovated. I work in Newton, so like he's like giving places as well that are like in the area.
In your area, like around in Boston?
Yeah, yes, exactly, yeah. So it's just like clearly somebody from here, which makes everything even more scary if you really think about it, because you're like, okay, like how do you know this person's not like watching me? Like my profile is kind of public, like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like at the same time, like if I want to have a public profile, why shouldn't I? At the same time, like I shouldn't have to value so many opinions into my life, especially opinions of people I don't even fucking know. Can we swear here?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, girl.
Okay, cool.
This is a safe place. This is your home, girl.
Safe space.
You want.
Period. So yeah, so my friend pretty much went ahead and like screenshot everything and reposted it on her page, and it was just really weird because how he went from me to her, I have no idea. And even like after that, I've had like fake pages of me. And they're not just like regular pages. They're like pages with like a link to porn. And it's like videos of girls' ass. And it looks like it's me because these people have my freaking picture and my name. And they're saying that this is my backup page. So it's just like, literally, it's like, okay, so my reputation, if I'm trying to get a job, I'll probably won't get the job because some dumbasses doing this stupid shit. Like, but as the women, you know, you're the one that suffers because that's how it is.
One of my spiritual advisors told me that some creep out there was using my photos to get with other guys. Ooh! And I was like, that is very sad, honey. That's very, very sad. Don't feel bad for me.
There are models online. Why you have to
don't feel bad for me, honey. Feel bad for that person. Like,
feel bad for yourself.
Do not feel bad for me. Don't petty me, honey. Like, I'm the girl. Give me all the free promo I could get, honey. That shit is not
honestly, like, you just you can't care. You can't care because
you can use my photos as long as you're using like my information. You know what I mean? I also,
but you won't get. I would not put that.
Said that someone was out there using a fake ID of me, and I was like, "Bitch, you better like have an accurate vision of what's going on." Huh? But people are so fucking weird, dude. Like, people get obsessed with you, like. Ugh.
Dude, I cannot even tell you. Like,
I have a few online stalkers, and it's just like, it scares me. You know what I mean? Dude,
I had a stalker that, like, I never even met the girl. I never met her in my life.
Same.
Like, okay. She lived in a different state and everything. Never met the girl. Like, don't understand why she was stalking me till this day.
Oh my god. Okay. So finish up with this story, and then we have to get back to like this whole fake profile stuff.
Yeah, so my friend pretty much just kind of like put him out there. We had a bunch of people report his account. But yeah, it just made me really like realize that it is scary out there and that you should always follow your gut. Like, especially as a female, I always say it, when you think it's not right, it's not right. Like, there's no way around that. That's pretty much what happened.
No, definitely. Now, okay, so let me ask you this. Did you come up with like any theories as to how he got from you to your friend or from your friend to you? Like, did he contact anyone else that were like in your guys' friend circle or like in your like following circle?
Listen, this friend that he contacted also happens to be a friend that I work with. So yeah, so I did have a theory that maybe from work. And then I was like, no, like, it can be that, you know, like, I don't know. But then at the same time, it's in Boston. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't know. You do not.
You never know. And you want to, yeah.
You absolutely don't know. It could be anybody. And it could be,
because of that,
on a regular. Like, this is just what they do. They could target young women on a regular basis to see, you know, if they can get someone to catch their bait, essentially.
Yeah. And then the scary part is like, you know that they're not going to meet you for some photos. Like, that's the scary part. Like, what would happen? What could have happened if I was like more naive or something, you know?
Or they may meet you for photos, make it seem like it's a photo shoot, and then start like pressuring you to take off your clothes. Okay, so like I used to be an art model. Gosh, how long ago was it? I believe it was in 2000 and oh my gosh, I'm getting so old.
Stop it.
2000.
You look so young.
Okay, it was 2014 and 2015. I was an art model, okay? So I was just about your age, 24, 25. You know, so I would stand in people's studios, and sometimes I would stand with like multiple people, like sometimes with costumes, sometimes, you know, a little bit more revealing. And I would sit there in the center and people would paint me, you know what I mean? And that's all. What?
Your body, your choice, do you?
What?
No, I just said, do you?
Yeah, no, it was like a really fun process.
Yeah, shit.
Kendra, why are you laughing? Why are you up today?
Because it was a very interesting choice of words. But okay, I get it. We get it.
Wait, what choice of words?
Because when you say revealing, it can mean I don't know.
Well, I was naked one time in the middle of like 4 or 5 people, and they were all painting me naked. But I was in a position where I didn't reveal. Okay, so my friend Bridget. Okay, so we went to a performing arts art school together, and she was an art model, and I was like, "Bitch, how the fuck did you get this job?" Like, she's like, "I just sit there, and sometimes it's like 2 hours in the same position, and I get like," she literally was like, "and I get $45 an hour," and I was like, "Whoa, hold up!" And then I contacted the manager lady, the lady that like handles the models and stuff like that, and I was booked. I was like booked and set, and I worked there for about, I would say like 7 months. And then the only reason why I didn't do it anymore was because I went to massage therapy school, and I was like, I want to get into like holistic health, and you know what I mean? And then when I called her back to do it like a few years later, she had been working somewhere else. She wasn't even really doing it anymore. She wasn't managing that thing and that aspect of her life. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, I can't do it anymore. But it was a really interesting time. I met really awesome people, but a lot of the artists were very stuck up. Like they like to just draw and not even talk to you. And then they're
there for the art. They should be.
They're just there for the art.
No,
literally.
I don't mind that. That's fine. But it's like one time
this
this guy didn't even let me see his work. And I was like, oh, can I? Because I would like go there, I would talk to everyone. They would let me see it. Like, of course, none of them are going to let me keep it. I actually asked this guy once. I was like, oh, can I have it? I'll pay for it. He was like, no. Like, I was like, okay.
Some photographers be doing that too.
Yeah. And then
we're working together.
It wasn't even at that time where I was like recording and taking photos a lot. So I didn't get to take photos of like all this art. So there's so much art out there of me somewhere. And I don't even know where they are, who they are. Like, it's so weird.
Oh my God. That's not great.
I know, but I love it though.
I didn't have my videos. I'm so happy I have my videos.
Yeah.
I need my videos.
But so anyways, in that situation, like I felt uncomfortable. Like I felt like, oh my God, these guys or like this guy, but it was totally professional. It was totally not weird at all. Like, you know what I mean? But that's probably the closest I've ever like come to like working in like the industry like that. I did feel weird things from dance instructors when I was younger in several dance studios. These men think that they can put their hands on whatever they want. And back in the day, I was very naive, very vulnerable and susceptible to bullshit. And now like looking back at it, I'm like, side eye. Honey. Yeah, some of these dance instructors that I've dealt with are very like touchy feely, and you can tell that they're just not on par with
they're for their reasons. Yeah,
moral compass, you know what I mean? But so let me ask you, Jess, like when was like the red flag that you felt with this interaction with this gentleman?
Honestly, as soon as I see that they're making it like super easy in a way, like I know that sounds kind of bad, but like, you know, like super accessible, like, oh, I can go to your house, you can come to my house, like that immediately like sparks a red flag for me. But it doesn't for a lot of girls, which is the issue here, because even my friend, like she kept going and asking more questions because she was still kind of like no, literally that's, if it's too accessible, like, oh my, I'll pick you up, like all these things, and you don't know anything or like mutual friends from this person, no, don't do
We have to remember that sex trafficking is a thing all across America. This is my thing. Like, unless you're dealing with like an agency or you're going to an office, maybe it is a professional photographer. But I personally, if a professional photographer wanted to work with me, I would first of all, I would need to talk about payment. I would need to talk about a contract. I would need to talk about things of that nature. I would need to talk about the set. It would not be in an enclosed place. You know what I mean? You can just tell the interaction of like if it's art for art, or if it's like a professional thing, or if it's creepy, like how you mentioned, where it's like, come to my house, I can pick you up. It's like, this is not a date, homeboy.
A lot of the times, like as the model, I honestly definitely want to shine light on this, because I don't think it's fair. Like I get it, but I don't think it's fair to kind of like discredit models in a way, because I feel like they make us feel like you can even say nothing. Like you just need to do it because you should be blessed that you're here with me, that you get to have me take your pictures. Like at the same time, sure, you do a lot of work. Nobody's discrediting that, but so are we. Like makeup, outfits, my time, like
your fucking dignity, like, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Transportation over there. Like I personally like to do the things I do. I like to put my best on everything I do. I take time to like look for clothes. Sometimes I have to fix the clothes, you know, like things like that. And I just feel like we are kind of like silenced in a way. And I feel like a lot of it is also because more models are usually women. So I feel like that definitely like relates to that shit too. Yeah. You know, we just gotta be quiet. We just gotta take it, because we should be lucky that we're getting paid. Like I cannot emphasize on how many girls I know that are models, and they have all told me that they've had like at least a few weird shit happen to them, like a few weirdos, and not one, not two, a few.
So I have a question. Do you think there's a double?
Normal.
Do you think there's a double standard with up and coming artists and artists who are, mainstream or, more, reaching a notorietable name? Because I feel like just from my personal observation of people in my circle, it seems like when you are a certain status, you can bring a crew with you to the set and, could have, you can have a whole gang with you. But I feel like when you're an up and coming aspiring artist, is it looked down upon when you come to set with a group of people? Like, would you recommend like up and coming artists to bring a friend or you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by invite a friend?
Okay, so Jack, so this is what
you're having a photo shoot. If you're having a photo shoot, can you? If say you're a photographer reached out to you, you're like, okay, this guy might be legit or girl might be legit. I'm a little skeptical. Let me bring some friends along, maybe makeup and hair or however you want to, call it. I feel like up and coming artists don't have that same leeway as a mainstream artist, if that makes sense.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, definitely for sure.
So I think what Kenny's trying to ask, Jess, is do you think it's frowned upon, for instance, if you wanted to go to set with that friend that you work with, and do you feel like other bigger artists, artists that book more jobs that are with an agency, do they have more an advantage because they can roll up to set with other people, or they know a lot of people in the industry, they're more covered because they have more of a voice? How do you feel about that aspect?
Oh no, yeah, of course. I mean, they can do whatever they want, but at the same time, I feel like it is a title that should be earned. So I feel like if they have worked for that they should have more privilege and stuff. But I still don't think that why does it matter if I'm bringing somebody from my own safety or because I feel comfortable with this person here? As long as I'm doing my job and I did what I needed to do, why does it matter?
Tyra's mom always traveled with her whenever she was doing shoots and stuff like that. I don't understand why you can't have a little cheerleader.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely see more, they definitely look at you more as weak if you can't really do it by yourself. But then at the same time, we
honestly,
live in a
that's the only reason.
That's the only time.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I haven't even tried to step into the modeling industry, because first of all, I would be damned if anybody puts me in any competitive position, honey. And not only that, but I'm not a cattle, you know what I mean? I don't get thrown with in cattle, you know what I mean? I'm not of course I would love to do a runway scene in my own music video, but I will not be doing I'm not, you know what I mean? I am my own entity, and what I create is my bubble, and I don't need to work for anyone else's project, period. You know what I mean? And that's why I've done my own route. I don't need to be a working artist under anyone's umbrella but my own umbrella. And
it sucks because for that type of I completely get that, and that's kind of what I always wanted, and obviously my end goal. But I feel like it's very difficult the way it's set up. It's very difficult to do it that way. It's easier to just get help, but not really getting help. More just like any job, they just want a resume, which is just again, why can't I just show you what I got? So that's definitely something that I've noticed.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so funny because I was going to ask what would you like to normalize, which I think kind of goes hand in hand with how people can protect themselves. So that's the question I was going to ask.
Wait, what was the question?
It was what would you say we could normalize as a society and a community that, in, the artist industry, creative industry? But I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with what you were saying, how people can protect themselves.
Yeah, I feel like normalizing communication, and if you feel uncomfortable, let a bitch know, let everybody know, let the whole room know, honey, let God know, you know what I mean? What are we talking about? The thing is that people have tried to take away my power from the moment I was born. You know what I mean?
The thing is that it's hard to get your power when you're young.
Yeah.
That's what's hard. So that's where we could come up with maybe a few things that we could tell people to because I feel like you just need to help people get that power. And once they have that power, you can tell them nothing because look at you, look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. I think it starts with the youth. Like let's empower our youth. So, they feel empowered and they're not falling in these naive, situations.
Let's normalize saying nice things about ourselves all of the time so that we can in turn say nice things about people behind their back. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think when we're sitting there saying, oh my God, I'm not as cute as this person. I'm not as good as this person. I'm not as tall as this person, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. We then turn that around, even if we're not verbalizing that to the world, our insecurities, and we're saying it in our head, which is a really unhealthy place to talk about yourself. You know what I mean? You end up talking shit about people behind their back, and you're like, this person's that person's that, when really that person is fly as fuck, and you can never compare. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like people get used to like talking trash on others because they don't say nice things to themselves all of the time. Like, just be nice to yourself, even if you feel like you don't like your nose or your eyebrows or your love handles, whatever the hell it is. Say, I'm beautiful, but I don't like this, but I'm going to work on it. And then I will be able to hit my goal. But it doesn't take away from the beauty and the greatness that I am. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to let that stop me. And I'm not going to let that, you know what I mean, make me feel insecure around other people. Like, you just have to start owning your shit because you're your own only best friend. And I feel like when people get into the power of like self-love, then you get into the power of like loving others and then wanting to protect other people, you know what I mean? And just wanting to do the right thing. I heard this quote the other day and it like changed my mind. Like, it was on like a TED talk. This lady was like, it doesn't matter what you do out there in the world. It does not matter. What matters is what you do when you're by yourself, when you're in the shadows. That's what matters, because that shit will reflect when you're out in the world. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do the shadow work. You got to do like the back end work to who you are, what the foundations of what you stand for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I like 1,000% agree with you. I couldn't have said it better. And it's just like, it all begins with self-love, because if you can't love yourself, then you can't love anybody else. Like, it's just not possible. Like, period.
Why it's so hard to report users, and why Instagram doesn't do enough, and why we need to get active moderators on there. Instagram is a big platform. Don't tell me you can't get moderators on there, because I will sit there and work for $15 an hour. I will work for $15 an hour for 20 hours a week for Instagram just to be a moderator and block bitches and take reports and like shit like that. You know what I mean? Don't tell me y'all can't figure it out.
I would do that job for sure.
Yeah, anyone would. Everyone would. Like, you know what I mean? Give us a verification. Well, they'll do it for a verification, bitch. Like, you gain a certain amount of hours.
They don't even check. They never even do anything about it. They always just go like, oh, there wasn't enough proof. Oh, he didn't have a picture. He had 3 followers, but you don't have enough proof.
Oh my God. Jess just reminded us. Jess just reminded us of this story that happened. So Kenny, Jess, and I, and a couple of friends, we were out downtown, right, having the best time. And this guy asked us if we wanted a ride to the taco shop, and he had one of those bike things, and with like a cart, you know, so that
yeah, it like has lights and music,
lights and stuff, so we can ride in the back. And he's like pedaling. Tell me why. We were all drunk, we were chilling, having a good time, dancing around. It took us 10 minutes to get to the restaurant, right? We ate our tacos. He waited for us. We came back. Tell me why it took us 2 minutes, less than like 2 minutes, for him to take us to the same spot.
He was a predator.
So our theory was that he did this long ass route to make it seem like to get more money from us, because we paid like $80. It was $80 just to get us to the taco shop. We were like, damn, we should have took an Uber. What the fuck?
I feel like we disputed it though. We were like, hold up, what's going on? We were like,
wait, how are you charging? How are you coming up with this? So anyway, so after he got $20 from all of us, because we paid it, we ended up all paying it, and then it was like $20 a person, right? He takes us back. Tell me why it takes us 2 minutes, because he had like another call or some shit. He takes us back. It took like less than 2 minutes, and Jess was like, "Fuck that, hell no!" Jess was like,
I remember what happened. Okay, so he took us there. We all paid like $20. And then he took us back and he tried to charge us again.
Yeah, no, but he tried to charge us again, $20, the same price. And it took us like 2 minutes to get there. We were like, whoa, hold up, bro.
Yeah, that's what we were like.
Jess was like, fuck this. I ain't paying shit. Jess walked up in the hotel, right? And then this motherfucker followed us, grabbed her friend Naomi, like this freaking, like snatched her by her motherfucking hair. Pretty much. No, he grabbed her tacos.
He was freaking snatched her tacos.
He took her tacos.
Like,
I was like, this is a man.
All she had in her hand was the like handles to the bag.
No, he wanted $20 from everyone because we gave him money. And he was like, no, everybody needs to pay. We're
$80
like, no.
and you're not happy. You ain't getting nothing.
We're like, dude, we paid you what we felt like was good because
you're getting paid more than me.
It took us 10 minutes. It took him 10 minutes. He's like, yeah, it's all the way over there. So we were like, okay, what, huh? But then he takes us like, it took him like, I feel like it was less than like a minute, to be honest.
Yeah, it was real quick. It was like,
it was so quick. Like, it was such a scam.
It was quick that we started turning up on the way back. And when we got there, we were like, we
put literally one song. It was one song. It was literally
it wasn't even a song, Jess. It wasn't even a whole song. We were
because but you guys don't remember the first time he took the long ride, and then when we were coming back, he didn't even bother. He took the short. He took
I haven't got time for these hoes.
And he was trying to charge us again.
Anyways, okay. So Jess, quickly tell us like another story that you wanted to bring up.
Oh yes, so this actually happened to a friend of mine. Was like doing the video shoot that I mentioned earlier. I was doing it with her, and she was telling me how like this guy that she shot with one time, and like he like apparently he told this model to like take off her top, and then he like paid her, like barely paid her, and then like took the money back from her like after. Yeah. And like, you know, like that like manipulation that like men sometimes do where they kind of like make you do something, but like it's not that you're like doing it because you want to, it's just because you feel like pressure into it.
Oh
yeah.
We know
I'm sure that's
here.
Yeah. Like, why do men do that? I just don't get it.
Well, not all men. See, this is the thing that I've learned through therapy.
Not
all men are evil. Just 85% of them. And don't let those shitty ass men. They're not even men. They're boys in men's fucking.
Yeah, boys. But yeah, they don't deserve to be cool.
Not let those little ass boys, you know, sit there and like ruin it for good ass men. You know what I mean? There could be, dude. I met, believe it or not, a 38-year-old boy. You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted.
I dated one.
Oh Lord, these macho men trying to like, you know what I mean? They're not men. They're little fucking boys with like fucking STDs,
probably. Big egos,
big fucking
egos. Yes, girls. Like, no, we're not yes girls. We're not yes boys here. We don't do that. Yes shit. I say no. No,
they're literally
just
like these men find satisfaction on collecting hearts, validating themselves, fucking alley cats wherever they can. It's like, honey, when you meet quality people, you know what quality is compared to fucking nasty ass dogs in the DMs. You know what I mean?
Then they try to make you seem like the crazy one for not putting up with it.
It's ego, though. You know, it's ego, and it's like behavior because it's like a real adult, a real person that's confident with themselves and has self-love. They're okay with fucking rejection. Like,
Jess, don't you let any man make you feel crazy, baby girl. Seriously, do not let no man.
I don't, boo. I'm like, all right.
No,
you say so. That. Thank you. Next.
That's when I got a jet. You know, I got a jet. Got a jet.
For what? Like, for what? Why would I do that? Like, I can get another one. There's plenty of men out there.
Plenty of men. And honestly,
don't understand.
I would never waste my time with sick ass motherfuckers who want to mind fuck you to make themselves seem holier than thou. People that play hard to get, they're playing that because they're hard to love, honey. They're hard to want. They're hard to care for because they're fucking nasty ass people who have to hide behind masks to make society. They're so good. Narcissists. Oh my God. Narcissists exist like everywhere in the world. But you have to be careful.
There's so many narcissists.
Oh my God. It's crazy. They let their bullshit and their baggage run fucking rampant. You know what I mean?
No, and they really like, they're smart as fuck, you know? Like, they know how to play your guilty side. Like, smart. They do it for a certain amount of time, you know? I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing about narcissists. People that do not calculate what their adversaries will do are not smart at all. If you're playing a game, if you're playing bullshit, you have to know who you're playing against. You have to know who your competitor is, because one day they might step up and put all your shit on blast, especially on this motherfucking YouTube, honey. You know what I mean? Like, shit will be put on blast.
Letting y'all know ahead. You're
I'm
like,
letting y'all know ahead. If you're trying to get with me, don't fuck with me because I already have a couple ex-boyfriends.
you brought your mama here, boo. He brought his own mother.
I will drag my own motherfucking mother, honey. Don't fuck with me.
He ain't gonna drag you.
Oh my God, life is crazy. But Jess, you know what my mother did? Like, she allowed Nikki to.
Of course. No, she got it coming. She had it coming.
Yeah, she got it coming.
And then the thing is with parents that it's like hard to like punish them because like what exactly like are you gonna do? You cannot make them your parent anymore. They're still gonna be your parent forever. So it's like this was your way at least, you know, like you had
Honestly,
something.
Take it up with God. Because honestly,
you gotta let that hate out because bro, it hurts them more when you don't care.
Yeah.
It hurts more when you don't care.
Honestly, my life is so like abundant. Like, don't get me wrong. I ain't got like.
Yeah, you have so many people that love you. You don't.
I don't got the most.
We're living lives of abundance.
Yeah, like I don't got the most cash. I ain't trying to like flex my money out there. You know what I mean? I'm a normal, functioning human person in society. You know what I mean? I'm like the tier behind the tier under middle class citizen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but my heart, my soul, my vibrations, the way I love people is I'm a very rich man. You know what I mean? I'm a very blessed man, and I do not sit there and discard anything that I've got going on in my life. I just count my motherfucking blessings, and that's why things work out for me all of the time, and I have luck on my side all of the fucking time because it's the karma that I put out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what living like abundantly is essentially. Like it's being abundantly true to self, and you know, attracting and being positive, and you know, giving love and spreading love, and like that's what abundance is to me. Right.
That's why miserable people live miserable lives.
Yeah, they want you to be miserable with them.
Yeah, and it's like it's funny because it's like you notice who's successful because they talk about themselves, they reflect, they talk about they
seem happy,
what they want to accomplish. Like I'm always talking about my flaws, I'm always talking about my past and how I've gone better, my growth. I'm sharing that like being an open book to the world. People that are fucking fake and false, they don't sit there and like to get reassessed. They don't sit there and like to get like evaluated, analyzed. They hate that shit. They run from that shit. They put so much shit on other people that nobody looks at them. You know what I mean? And that's what they do. And it ain't gonna work anymore, honey. A new tide has turned, and the light is gonna win. All you people living in the dark, time is coming for your bitch ass. 2 years ago, I saw this motherfucking. Oh my God, it was so traumatizing for me because I saw these little girls, okay? They looked like they were like 12. Honestly, one of them looked like they were 11. Like, doing nasty ass poses on Instagram. And then when I look at the comments, it was all these filthy ass, old ass men saying, "Oh, Bea, you're so beautiful. I like the things that I would do to you." And I'm like, this girl looks like she's 13, sir. Like, and she has her ass out and everything. I'm just like, what is happening on Instagram? So do we feel like Instagram is protecting their users?
No, definitely not. I think even with this topic, I will literally tell you what Instagram did. Nothing. Straight up. I could not even report him. I literally didn't even have a proper option to report this person or any person like this. Like they give you fraud ways. Like if you're harassing somebody, like how about if you're faking to be somebody? Doesn't even give you like a proper option. Like if you go and do it, like it's more like a comment or like literally like it's not a proper option for what this person was doing because he's impersonating somebody. Like he's doing more than that to eventually commit either kidnapping or fucking rape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this should be taken down immediately. Like it shouldn't have to be so many different people having to do this. And even like when I report these people, like it'll come right back to me and say, "Oh, there wasn't enough evidence found, blah, 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 blah." It literally, I've never gotten anybody who actually they take it down.
Well, this is my thing. It's almost like, okay, we have all these thirsty ass influencers working for Instagram pretty much. Why don't we have some moderators on there? Live moderators. Jess and I were just talking about, okay, y'all can give us, I will work for $15 an hour. I do not work for $15 an hour, honey, but I will do it.
I would never, but yes.
I would do it. I would do it if I was helping a community. You know what I mean? If I was helping a community, you know? And so it's like, I would do it part-time where we're live on Instagram. We have like access to like flag people and like put a report to like Instagram. We could take reports. We can easily video people like on Instagram. There should be like a force, a monitoring force.
Yeah, we'll go around and like read the reports.
Yeah, and you have to like qualify these people.
Our own
like qualify these people. Make sure that they have background checks. Make sure that they have like a computer set up at home. Do live interviews. Like Instagram, get it the fuck together.
I got the money.
Kenny, but are we not in 2020? Like,
I mean, I get it. Well, I was thinking the same thing. Well, I wasn't thinking like that, like extreme, but a similar extreme. I was thinking like, why aren't we verifying IPs and identities and having limitations to how many accounts you can
That's very simple.
I need to talk to HR up in this bitch because it ain't working for me no more.
We have both. We have both options: the extreme one and the more. But no, honestly, like
no, I told you, no, Jess, because I told her like me and Kenny need to be on this podcast because we balance each other out. Because before you got here, Kenny, she was like, "Oh, is it always you or like is Kenny?" I'm like, no. Kenny and I always do this together because sometimes I gotta be bad cop and Kenny gotta be good cop, and we need to balance it out. You know what I mean?
You're just very passionate. I get it.
I'm passionate. I don't fuck around when it comes, especially when it comes to, because my sister was a victim of all that stuff. So and I couldn't do anything to help her. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's my life mission, is to make sure that no other girls or boys go through something that we went through. Yeah. And if I can use my beauty and my big ass, loud ass mouth and my creativity to do so, I'm going to do that. That's why Jesus is going to bless me. That's why God is going to give me my abundance, because I'm doing his work on this earth. If y'all bitches don't get that, go find what you're good at, go repent, go pray, and just talk to God about it. You know what I mean?
Make something beautiful out of it. Literally everything.
Yeah. Ain't no one could bring me down, honey. People have thought that they were going to bring me down, and they thought that they were one up against me. That is a very funny concept to have in your mind. People that are trying to fuck me over never have one up ahead of me. So I would love for you. Let's do the takedown loot challenge. I would love for you to try it. For those weirdos that are watching out there that be stalking my ass, you were never going to get me. You know what I mean? That's just point blank period. The only person that's going to get me is fucking God. He's going to strike me down. When it's my time to go, then it's my time to go. But I ain't going to go at the hand of my enemies. You know what I mean? There are people out there that are just so sick and sadistic and want to bring others down. And that kind of falls in the line of predatory behavior. Because it's like, why are you wishing someone horrible things in their life? That makes no fucking sense. Like, you know what I mean?
It's sad too. It's literally just sad. Like,
envy.
How sad must your life be for you to like have time to be wasting on people's wishing them bad things to happen to them? Like, bro, I don't be out here thinking about nobody else. All I can think about is myself.
I ain't got time. My energy and my headspace is too much. I ain't got time to be hating on bitches. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, why? For what? What's that gonna do for me? What's it gonna do for me?
Like if you have fucked me over, I will make my little comments. You know what I mean? I will make my comments and say my little things because it's like expression. You know what I mean? But I will never go out of my way. Even my enemies, I can think of like...
Unless you cross me, then I'll talk shit about you, for sure.
Oh yeah, they run their mouth. But I would never sit there and like, I don't even talk bad about them.
You started it.
They're not even a topic. They're not even a topic of my conversation. The only reason I'm talking about like a certain few people is because their name get brought up and then I hear things about them through the grapevine. And so I'm like, fuck that shit. So I got to say what I need to say, but then I get over it in like 20 minutes. I get over you. I get over you in 20 minutes. How does that feel? That you're so irrelevant that I get over you in 20 fucking minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Go do something with your life. Go be somebody. Go help someone.
Like 20 seconds. Shit.
Yeah, like go love someone.
Like, I didn't even realize you existed. I'm confused.
I just remember you and then you that's how it is. Honestly, that's how it is. I always say that I love having experiences because they got me to this point. And that's just how life is. Like, that's literally what life is about. It's just experiences. People are experiences. Everything is an experience. You just got to live and learn and just try to do better the next day.
I was writing a song the other day and I was expressing how I learned so much through heartbreak and heartache and just like being hurt. You know what I mean? Y'all know those moments when you're crying by yourself, you know what I mean? For long periods of time, crying yourself to sleep and you feel like the world is against you and there's no one there. You know what I mean? So it's like when you feel good and when you have a passion for something, you better fucking take that bull by the horns and you better fucking let it grow like a flower. You know what I mean? Because you cannot sit there and like, once you get the grasp of of life and who you are and what you're meant to do, grow that shit so that you can become prosperous in everything that you do. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. Sorry, nothing's gonna break me ever. You know what I mean? The only thing that will break me, obviously, is like, you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna mention that, actually.
No money does not, no need for that.
Nothing will break me, honey. We're going to live light in life, and God is always gonna bless me and my family because we've gone through enough of bullshit. We've gone through abuse since the moment we were children. So people that are wishing us bad, fuck you, because we're survivors. You guys are peasants. That's just bottom line. So just fucking sit there in the back, watch us flourish, and watch a good man actually go out there in the field and do good motherfucking work for this fucking society and for the fucking world, pretty much. You know what I mean? Because what we do is we say our truths and we allow people to have a space and talk. Other people that are so fucking shut up their ass with politics or their beliefs or their religious aspects, they don't care what anyone says because they're only thinking about themselves. They're selfish. How are you supposed to sit there under the name of religion and serve people and you don't even support gay marriage? Like, can you just can you make it make sense for a minute or two? I'm confused. You know what I mean, Kenny?
I agree. You know, ultimately, like, as you were kind of saying earlier, like, I don't remember the exact quote, but like, it's similar to what I believe. Like, I know, like, the only thing we really have control over is self. And what you do with self will exude out to others. So if you love self and you're taking care of self, you're going to love others and take care of others. If you're hating yourself or you're disliking something, you're going to dislike others and you're going to project that. So it's just like,
you will project
do in, you know, behind closed doors with self is ultimately going to,
work on yourself.
Yeah.
And you can always tell
by working on yourself.
You can always tell when people are stagnant. You're like, damn, you're still doing the same old thing, faking it for the gram. I see you, boo. I see you.
You can totally tell. It's really sad.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, like, I feel like I'm in a very unique position because it's like, I don't gotta fake it for the gram. If people think that I'm faking it on
everything
if
that
people
goes
think that I'm faking it for YouTube, I must be a real good motherfucking actor, sir, ma'am. Like, give me my Academy Award, baby girl, because like, how can I fake being a real ass bitch? You don't fake that shit. Like, I'm not afraid to be angry. I'm not afraid to be sad. I'm happy. I don't give a fuck. Whatever emotion comes out is what you're gonna get. Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand how people can fake that. People cannot fake that. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely agree. You cannot fake it.
Yeah.
That's why people are drawn to you in the first place, you know, because you're a genuine person. You know, real, like, real recognizes real. That's true. But also fake recognizes real. And they watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they love to watch. Like, I always get so surprised about like the amount of views I get and the likes I get. I'm like,
haters. I mean, my haters are giving me views, but damn, y'all are ridiculous.
Views is what counts, baby. I'm like, views is what counts, baby. You're not doing anything. You're helping me anyway.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. So I heard another like this wasn't a quote, but someone had mentioned something of it, so I'm quoting that person. I'm not sure because I'd be watching so much self-help videos. It's crazy.
Don't worry.
But they said that darkness. Imagine being in a dark room, a dark pitch black room. Even the little bittiest, tiniest bit of light, you can see it in the dark room. You know what I mean? That's what these dark ass bitches want to do. They will see the littlest, smallest, tiniest spark in you, and they will try to fucking feed the shit out of, like, feed themselves with your little light and just freaking break it and snap it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want to dim your light because they feel like your light is shining brighter than theirs.
It's so dangerous.
I was shining theirs.
It is so dangerous. Surround yourself with people that does not feel good in your heart and your spirit.
Won't work.
Yeah. And then, like, sometimes people's light, like my light shines on people's shadows because I'm not afraid to call people's bullshit out. So if you're doing shit in the dark, in the shadows, you're creeping around, you're talking shit, you're being a snake, you're fucking people over, you're going to be exposed, bitch, if you're in my radar.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I've literally have had to realize that, like, I literally have to come with, like, peace with myself with the fact that, like, sometimes people will just hate on me for literally no reason. There's a reason, but nothing I do. When I say no reason, it's nothing
reason, it's not your reason, girl.
Yeah, it's just not my reason. I don't give a fuck about it. And I need to be okay with that because literally, like, before I would, like, think, like, oh my God, but, like, what do I do? Like, why are people always, like, turning fake? Like, what do I get weird? Like, I used to literally like have to like not super dress like the way I would want to dress because I didn't want other people to feel like bad. Like, bro, I'm gonna dress cute, and if you're uncomfortable, like, work on yourself.
Yeah,
work on yourself.
Your problem, not yours.
Work on yourself, bro.
You know, like I said, kind of said earlier, like haters, I just don't understand them. It's like I didn't even realize you existed. So like, you just wasted 30 seconds of your life on me, and like I'm so confused. So like, if you don't,
I brought you as an example.
Like, why
it just popped into my head.
Why are you so bothered? Like literally, I just had this troll recently that hit me up and was just like, and I was just like, I literally was like, thank you for spending 30 seconds of your life on me. Like, I'm confused. Like, why are you hitting me up? If you hate me, you think I'm this, why are you so bothered? And then I was just like, you know, you're
still here?
Sexual harassment was not wanted.
People that know.
I'm like, you still here?
People that know me in my real life, they don't have the audacity to step up to a bad bitch. They don't have the audacity. They run like little roaches. This is what they do. In the dark, they're all scattered together like little roaches. Once I turn on the light and a bad bitch walks in, they fucking scatter. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Oh, they're like, super nice, like smiling.
Dude, nobody steps up to me in my life. Nobody. Like, people like my friends Maddie, Zeus, obviously Kenny, they tell me things about myself, you know what I mean? But they say it with kindness, with love, with like compassion for me to grow, you know what I mean? They don't sit there and talk about it behind my motherfucking back or try to give me a complex, or try to bring me down for being me, you know what I mean? And so that's when I recognize the difference, you know what I mean? I'm just like, compared to like the scandalosas that I've had in my life, where they're like, oh my God, you're this, you're too confident, you're too this, like, what is your story matter? Like, oh my God, these weird fucking ass energies, these weird motherfucking ass energies. And I haven't even got to my fucking ex narcissistic boyfriend. He gonna come. He gonna have his day on my channel, honey. I mean, depending on how I feel about it, because I don't want to give him too much motherfucking light, you know what I mean? But like, he was awful. He was an awful fucking human being, and anyone that thinks that he's even half decent is fucking brain dead. And I was there, so I forgive you, you know what I mean? But he's a narcissist, and
but no better now.
He's a narcissist, and you should expose him. He fakes it to society that he's this amazing guy, this fucking stand-up fucking guy. But in the shadows, what he does is he fucks over the people that he's with so that he can feel grandiose about himself. You know what I mean? If he has control over making people feel fucked about their emotions in their head, he feels powerful, and that is fucking sick. And when I came to that realization, I was like, ew. Why did I even? Ew!
It becomes so unattractive.
I don't give a fuck how cute you are. If you have a fucking nasty soul, and I even catch wind of that shit, you're done. You're bodied. I will never give you a chance in this life again. Good luck in the next one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, if I feel your nasty ass soul, you don't have a fucking living chance around me anymore.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. But let's just wrap this up. Let's talk about solutions. What can we do better as a society? I'm asking the both of you. You guys can take turns. What can we do better as a society to protect and vocalize our experiences that are happening? Like, protect people and encourage people to vocalize their experiences. And what can platforms do better? So, yeah.
Support women. Believe women.
Yeah.
A woman most likely would be right. Like, it's just facts. Like, it's just how it is. We've seen it, the statistics. Like, they're usually, there's some women that will make up this type of stuff, but usually they're not. Believe in women, it's definitely something that is, as much as it's been said, and you think, oh my God, we know, like, it hasn't really changed. Like, there's always that, like, but maybe she was wearing this, maybe she wanted it, but like her job, but like I had a friend who literally had a whole case where she had to take this guy to like court and stuff for an assault, and she literally wouldn't post that she works somewhere because of that, because she didn't want it to impact her case where she was attacked. Like, just insane things like that. And the fact that like women still to this day have to feel that way, and there's so many movements going on, and this is a movement, but it's like it still doesn't change.
Yeah.
And if you don't do something that's respectable, oh my God, you don't even have a mouth. You shouldn't even speak, literally.
Right. Like, so the thing is, like, I do agree. Like some people do lie because like we're going back to my narcissistic ex real quick. The first time he cheated on me, or maybe the first time that I was notified that he cheated on me, he blamed it on some guy trying to rape him or like sexually take advantage of him while he was drunk. That was his excuse. So then I called this motherfucker, this guy, and I was like, what's up? Why did you try to fucking get at my man like while he was drunk? And this guy told me, he was like, I did not do that. He was coherent, like da-da. And of course, me being under the spell, I like believed my fucking ex. I did not believe this guy, so I trashed him. Anyways, years later, with my fucking due diligence and research and discernment, I've come to the fact that my ex was lying. He just used that as an excuse, you know what I mean? Pulled on my emotional cords, thinking that he had been sexually, you know what I mean, like preyed on. And so I reached out to this guy that he accused. 10 years later, I reached out to him and I told him, I am so sorry for believing this motherfucker. And I couldn't even, I will spend the rest of my life saying sorry to you because it was horrible that I sat there and accused you of such disgusting things when it was a lie. It was a lie. My ex wanted to get at him because he's a fucking loser that sits there and like he's a narcissist, and he also has a sex addiction like really bad. Like he will ruin the best thing he ever has for a fucking one night fucking stand with an alley cat. You know what I mean? Like he's just that mentally fucked up, you know? And so I apologized to this guy and I told him, I'm so sorry that I accused you of that stuff. And I will definitely like, you know what I mean? If it ever gets brought up, I will definitely make sure that I have your back on that, you know? And he was really like thankful that I did that, you know what I mean? And, you know, I have to remember that people will use that sexual abuse thing for their own advantage. But a lot of times when people are coming out and telling their story in the open light, they're not lying. You know what I mean? They're more than likely not trying to garner attention. It takes a lot of like, it takes a lot of courage to sit there and say that I got touched and I got in, like, you know what I mean? I got taken advantage of and all this stuff. It takes a lot of courage. You know?
100%.
So we have to believe victims, and we have to be, and you know, we have to be able to
stand up for them too.
Stand up for victims. You know,
watch each other's back too. Like that's another big thing I would say. We gotta get better at watching each other's back. Like I know girls that literally would not even care how I make it home, even though we just got out of the club at 2 a.m. and it's like they have cars, you know, they won't like drive me home or whatever. Like little things like that. It's like we live in a society where like women get kidnapped all the time, raped all the time, like taken advantage. What I'm saying, like, huh?
We live in a society where someone will be having a heart attack or get in a car crash and people will be taking photos instead of actually fucking helping.
Oh my God, a woman got raped in Philadelphia the other day at the train station. Like,
I heard about that.
So fucked up. 8 minutes and they were like, people were recording and nobody even called the police.
Not on my motherfucking watch. I would have lost my life on that train.
I would have literally
lost my life on that train, like, defending that woman.
Like, it's over. I'm freaking 5 feet tall.
I don't get the whole pull out your camera and record thing. Like, okay.
Well, thank you. Like, yeah, I helped the investigation, I guess, but like, seriously, you're not gonna call the cops. You're not gonna go like, man, you're not really gonna like go and get this man off this girl. Like, are you serious? Like, ridiculous.
Well,
ridiculous.
I do want to say one thing.
Just don't even understand.
Yeah, Kenny.
I literally go ahead. Kenny.
No. Okay, yeah. I just want to say one thing. Like, it's so crazy because like we have to hold people accountable for the fuck shit that they do, and we have to have conversations about it. But at the same spectrum, we have to allow and afford people the opportunity to change.
Yeah.
Because ultimately that's what the goal is. The goal is change. So I think sometimes we get distracted with holding people accountable or, you know, harboring on the negative experience that has been ensued, but we don't take the next step to actually make that marks of change in people.
Yeah, but some of these people are going to emotionally manipulate you into thinking that they change, but really you need to bless them well.
Without getting hurt yourself, you know? Like, you can help somebody without putting yourself in a vulnerable place where they can hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, but there's some people that are not really worth it, like he was saying. Like, his ex, not worth it.
No, it's not. But that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be in an acquaintance with them, But I still think we as a people, we have to afford people growth and change, because we would want someone to hold us to an experience that they might have had with us 10 years ago, because we are not that same person. So we have to afford people to change, whether they're in our circles or not.
Absolutely.
I agree, Kender. So we'll just give our final thoughts. Jess, thank you so much for being here and just like shedding light on your story. Like, I love you so much. You always have my support. You're a part of my spiritual gang. And like, yeah, just any final thoughts, you guys?
Well, I have to say I love you too. Like, you have one of my most memorable moments on Cry Wolf, and it's just like, I don't even know if you remember, but like at the end of I think second season, you were just like, "I'm not the wolf, you guys," and it was just so cute.
Everybody was thinking I was. It was so funny.
And then we were like we know you're not the wolf. We just voted you out. And it was just like so epic. It was so cute and innocent. I love that. It's like one of my favorite like dates.
Yeah, Jess, you are cute. You have
dancers are my favorite people. I love dancers.
Yeah, Jess, I think you and I share similarities that we come off very innocent because we're pure, we're innocent, we have
face.
Good intentions.
Like you look like a baby.
Yeah, the thing is that Kenny has the same quality. Like, he's good, he's innocent, but Kenny has discernment where he just puts up this exterior where it's like, I'm cute and fun, but fuck y'all. Like, you know, don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? Where we tend to like, we have that when we're pushing a corner. Then people will see our claws. But when we're out in the world, we don't have that.
And when they see it, they're like,
Kenny runs up like he's the lion. You know what I mean? We're like cute little cats. And like when you're with us, then you get clawed. You know what I mean?
And then we're crazy. You're like, we're wild. We're wild.
We wild over here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment below.
Yes, I want to say thank you for having me, guys. I had so much fun. This was great. Hope to do it again soon.
Anytime.
Love you guys.
Love you all.
Bye.